everyone, welcome back. So I wanted to do a video on this new MAC collection by Patrick Starrr. This just recently came out. He's had several collaborations with them in the past and I've done videos on most of them. MAC did send this to me. This is called the, sorry, I'm wearing no pants. Like, not that you guys would want to know, but my butt cheeks are like sticking to my chair. Okay, anyways. This is the Destination Diva collection, and there are two collections in it, and this one is the Boy About Town. So it comes with a palette and a retro matte liquid lipstick, and then there's another one called Oh No, She Betta Don't, and that one comes with, again, an 4 eyeshadow palette, pan palette, and a liquid lipstick. That has a more nude shade. This one has a more red shade for the liquid lipstick. So I'm not quite sure I'm gonna use the liquid lipstick with the look. We'll see. I wore a black shirt just because I felt like that would be easiest. But I thought we could try this on and see how it looks, especially like look at the packaging. Now these little collections like this retail for $42.50, which is great for an eyeshadow palette and for a lip product. This has his name signed to it, and then it has like the gold detailing with the gold rim right here. This lid doesn't look officially black. It almost looks like a metallic, sort of a brown shade. Let's go ahead and swatch on my hand this shade. That's a really beautiful red shade, so maybe I will put it on in the end just to see. But I'm just feeling more of like a nude lip today, but we will try this on the lips at the end. So each box comes with a little face chart to kind of show you how to get a look using the products that came in the box. Everything's wrapped with this brown tissue paper, and this is what the outer palette looks like. So it's not a see-through, so you can't see the shades. It's fully brown, opaque. The 4 shades that come in this are Head Over Heels, Primo Donna, I'm Into It, and Dance in the Dark. So here are those shades right here. This just looks like the perfect like fall, winter, holiday palette. It's got that really pretty burgundy in it, and then it has like a deep chocolatey brown, a transition shade, and then a gold shade for the lid. So I feel like I've done a few looks like this recently, but we're just gonna go ahead and dig into it because I wanna try this out. I'm like a huge fan of MAC eyeshadows. I know a lot of you guys like when I do MAC videos because a lot of you purchase MAC products. So if you were considering getting this for the holiday collection or the upcoming holidays, I wanted to be able to have a full face look with this collection just to see how we like it. So let's just go ahead. I've already primed my eyes, and we're gonna just go ahead and get into the palette and see how the whole look comes out. Okay, first I'm going to take this transition shade. This is just like a neutral, looks like a neutral cool tone brown shade. It's matte, and we're gonna put that in the crease. That looks like a really nice, like, cool tone. It had way more pigmentation than I originally thought. I have really enjoyed his collaboration so far. Like the summer packaging was like this aqua color. I love that eyeshadow palette. I used that so much. It had this shade called Ruddy in it, which is a color that you could buy separately from MAC's collection. And I just love that color, like all over the lid. So he has chosen, I really like the way that the collections are designed, whether they incorporate shades that you can purchase singly through MAC or not. I like the way all the shades are sort of put together and given in a palette, because that's great for someone who's like, what shades do I put together? I know when I first started makeup, a lot of my problem was I was like, what shades do I put together? Like, what products, what eyeshadows go together really well, like to create a look. And I feel like this is almost like that foolproof. If you're looking for a palette, here, put all these shades together and you can do that. You know, it gives people like that one go-to sort of glam look, and then honestly I could just use this transition shade and then the gold shade in there for just like an everyday look. So you really can get like couple different looks, or more than a couple different looks with 4 eyeshadows, but definitely an everyday look and then a night look. So I'm just really buffing that first transition shade in kind of haphazardly, but really just building up the color and buffing it in. Okay, then I'm going to take this shade right here. This shade is called I'm Into It. I think it goes, Head Over Heels is the transition shade. The Primo Donna is the shade right here. This is the I'm Into It shade, and then in Dance in the Dark is the shade right here. So I'm gonna go into the I'm Into It shade, which is a really pretty burgundy, and I'm really gonna kind of get my brush in there. I'm just gonna start by just stamping that right here, and then I'm also gonna go in the inner corner with this shade and stamping that in the inner corner. I'm gonna do like a little bit of a halo eye. And then you can connect the two up here. Just gonna go back and add just a little bit more of that burgundy shade. And then I'm just gonna use a different brush to blend that out a bit. Alright, then I'm gonna go into this deep dark shade, and we're just gonna put that a little bit on the outer corner. And so I'm gonna use a more precise brush, and I'm just stamping that and stamping it just a little bit. And then I'm gonna just blend that out just a bit. Alright, I'm just going to put a little concealer on the center part of the lid before we go in with that gold shade. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shade right here. It looks more of like a luster in Prima Donna. And I am also going to get the brush wet a little bit to apply this shade. Luster shades I always have trouble with. They're not as smooth. They usually, from MAC, they usually are a little bit more crumbly, have like sort of like more glitter in it. So I think applying them wet is like best case, and expect like a little bit of crumbles and some fallout until you kind of get it on and press it. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that gold. This would be like such a, like I would wear this to like a holiday party. That gold shade is so pretty. It's like gold, and then it has like almost orange and yellow flecks in it. Okay, I'm just gonna go in and kind of add a little bit more of that I'm Into It burgundy shade and make that a little bit smoother of a transition. I'm going to curl my lashes, put on some lashes, do a little bit of a liquid liner, and then we'll be back to finish up the rest of the face. I went ahead and put on Salon Perfect lashes. These are number 615, some of my favorite. You can find them at Walmart. And I just did a wing liner. I've been using this mascara from NARS a ton recently. That's like the main one that I've been using just because I've been trying it out. This is the Climax. I really, really like it. It does give enough volume and length on its own. You don't have to use lashes, but I felt like with such a dramatic look, I needed some lashes. Okay, so I wanted to go in with my face and try out this new foundation. This is from YSL. All of the shades. So I just don't know how I should go about if I should swatch these, but I mean they sent me all the way to like the deepest shade, which it's like I know I should swatch some of them, but like some of them I don't want to swatch because I want to be able to pass them on to someone who would really be able to use them. But most of the people that I do pass on to are like very understanding that I have swatched them. But I wanted to use this for foundation and for contour. I've used it once on my own for foundation, but not long enough, and then I've been waiting to kind of use it. So it says it's the Meet All Hours Stick Foundation. So they have the All Hours liquid foundation, which I absolutely love that. It is the best of all hours liquid foundation in a new buildable coverage, multitasking, and ultra convenient format that can be used anywhere and anytime. Perfect type of thing to like throw in your purse to be able to do touch-ups and stuff on the go. It's an all-over face foundation, spot treat as a concealer, or chisel your face as a contour. So I did want to find a shade that we can use for foundation and then one we can use for contour. I think the one for foundation is B20 because that's the color that I typically use in their other foundations. So now I kind of just need to find a shade for contour. Okay, the contour shade that I think I'm going to go with is B65 Bronze. I'm just gonna, yeah, that looks like a really nice color for me for contour. So first of all, I already have primed my face and moisturized. I feel like my only issue with stick foundations is that I really feel like it makes my face feel a little bit tight typically. I am gonna just do one little spritz. Well, I'm gonna spritz my face with, this is the Smashbox primer water, just to give a little bit more extra hydration right before we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply the stick product first. This does have the typical scent that the All Hours foundations have, very like perfumey. It did have a Y like etched into the top, but obviously when you're using it, that goes away. I'm just going to use, this is the IT Cosmetics Angled Buffing Foundation Brush. I'm going to use that to buff this in. This shade might actually be a little bit too light. It does give good coverage, but I feel like I can totally see it on my skin, and it is very, very heavily fragranced. I feel like if you have sensitive skin, the fragrance of this would bother you a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with the B30. I just feel like this one has a little bit more yellow to it. Looks like it would just be a little bit better color match. Okay, so on the thing it says it is a buildable coverage, and I feel like the All Hours original liquid is very full coverage, so I was kind of expecting that, but this did say on the sheet the claims were buildable coverage, so I want to try and see how the coverage does build up, because I still didn't feel like that first layer got a lot of coverage. Now my favorite stick foundation is from Hourglass. I love that one. So this one, I'm kind of comparing that one to, because that's like a very high-end product as well. The price tag on this one is $48, so that's very pricey. I don't really, honestly, like on the face, it feels, my face feels tight, like the perfume is like, really, the perfume fragrance to it is making my skin like almost have a reaction. Okay, I'm gonna go with the B65. I'm not quite sure if that's the case or if I'm just like really feeling that, but I really feel like something about my face just feels tight. It's like a random piece of hair. Okay, we're gonna go in with this. All right, buff that in on the nose. Because I do like the fact that it would be like a coverage, you know, and it is a nice formula. Maybe I would just use it for like a contour instead of like an all over foundation for me. That's rather expensive pricing though, for something that you would only use as a contour, and I would probably not buy it for that, but the fact that all the colors were sent to me, I have the luxury of doing that. So I realize, like, as a recommendation, I'm not recommending you to buy it for the contour, but I do think as far as like what I'm just seeing like in the mirror on my face, I don't love it. Like, I brought that in a little bit too. I don't love it as a foundation. Yeah, I don't absolutely love the foundation, but I don't mind the contour. I'm just going to go over it with some bronzer, and then we'll be back to finish up the rest of the face. So I used this Fenty Beauty highlighter. This is in Mean Money and Hustler Baby. For my highlight, I just put it on the tops of my cheeks, and then I put it in the inner corners. For my lower lash line, I went in with Urban Decay Double Life, which is just like a bronzy brown shade. I'm going to go in with this palette again for my lower lash line. I'm going to mix together this burgundy shade and then the brown shade, and I'm just going to kind of rub that under my lower lash line and put some lower lash mascara on. Okay, I really don't think that this red lip goes with the look, but I am going to try it on anyways so that you can see what the full collection looks like if you do purchase it. And then we're going to go in with a nude lip, which is what I would probably pair when I wear a dark eye. I don't like to wear a dark lip. I think it looks too made up for me. Okay, so this is what the red lip looks like. Again, I think this is a beautiful color if I were just wearing like a wing liner and maybe one of this, like the transition shade in my crease from that eyeshadow palette, maybe the gold on my lid, but not when I'm using more of like a dark smoky look. But yeah, this is a very flattering red. It has a little bit more of like cool tone in it to make your teeth look a little bit whiter. So this is definitely a red that I would gravitate towards, but with this look, I'm just going to wear a nude shade. Okay, for the nude shade, I'm going to go in with this lip liner from NYX. This is the Slide On Glide On in Nude Suede Shoes. I think this is a really good neutral liner. It's very creamy. Okay, I've been wearing this a ton recently. This is the Baddest Beige. I forget what these are called. These are called like something shine lipsticks. I really, really like them. They're very, very comfortable on the lips. Okay, so that is it for the finished look. I really, really like this eyeshadow palette. I love MAC eyeshadows. I think that this is a beautiful one. I prefer this one more to the other collection. The other one looks like it has some greens in it, and I feel like I already kind of, that's not as wearable to me as I would find this. With this, I can think of a ton of different looks. I could just blow out using this burgundy shade in my crease and just all over my eye, and then pop this golden type of shade in the center. That would be beautiful. If you just wanted like an everyday look, you could use this shade all over the lid and kind of deepen up the lash line and blow out the lash line with this deeper color. If you wanted like an everyday look with a little bit of pizzazz, you can put this in the crease and then this gold shade on the lid, and that's beautiful. Again, you can do like a smoky eye like this. I will definitely recreate this look again because I really like the way that it turned out. So definitely recommend this if you were thinking of picking it up around the holidays. And this foundation, the All Hours Stick Foundation, is not for me. I don't love sticks. I find it a little bit drying on my face. It kind of looks like I'm wearing foundation. I will use it because I own it for contour, but I wouldn't purchase it for contour. I hope that helps as far as a review goes on that. Let me know what you guys think about the look, if you have any plans to purchase the collection from Patrick Starrr. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.